Beau, come. Good boy. Okay. Down. Stay. Place. Okay. Just showing everything Beau's learned how to do. Next we'll go over the commands, hand signals, and corrections used if he chooses not to listen. They're all the same as Finn, and he does everything great with Finn. Finn needed a few reminders, but not too many. So again, same thing. When you give a correction, give a verbal at or at, and the correction is going to come from on leash. So you'll pick up the leash before you ask anything in the beginning, and then work towards where you're kind of snipping away at the leash slowly over time, and develop those habits of him listening the first time every time. His release word for everything is okay. It means he's free to get up and do as he pleases until you tell him otherwise. If you, again, give a correction, give the verbal at or at, and the prong collar correction is going to be nice and firm. He is a bit of a drama queen, a little bit of drama queen. So when you do correct him, he acts like it's the end of the world. Don't let that fool you, because I've tried to go to something lighter and he totally blows me off. So he's just vocal about it, ignore it, he's fine. The more impact you make in the beginning, the quicker you'll be able to get away from the prong collar and develop those good habits in the house. Especially for things like jumping on the counters, you want to make sure that correction is substantial, because he does respond quite well. Once you've given one, he learns from it and he understands. But if you're just giving little tiny ones, he doesn't even affect him. You can use food a little bit if you want, but he does really well with praise. He, in the beginning, didn't really want to take food much, so that was a little bit of a struggle. He likes it if I was giving it to him, but he didn't want to work for it. So, for sit, just sit, no hand signal, just the word sit, and the correction is going to be a quick tug release straight up and down over his head. Okay, sit. Good, okay. Good boy. For down, the command is down, and it's a flat palm down towards the ground. If he doesn't go, the correction is a 45-degree angle down into the ground. Down, down. Good. For stay, just stay with a hand signal, flat palm in towards the muzzle. Stay. If he breaks the stay, you're going to correct the position he was in. Sit, stay, sit correction, down stay, down correction with the at or at, and repeat the stay. If he breaks from a distance, bring him back to where he was. Apply the correction that he needs. So sit, stay, sit correction, down correction, back to where he was, and repeat the stay there. We don't want him to think coming to us and then he can stay next to us if he gets there. We want him to know if you put him in a stay across the room, he needs to stay across the room. For come, the command is Beau come, and he should come and he should sit. If he doesn't sit, we're going to give that sit correction. We're not going to say sit, we're just going to give that sit correction. If he doesn't come, the correction is a quick tug and release into your body with a leash, and with an at or at, and when he does turn to come to us, we are going to praise him and encourage him. We're not going to pet him though until he sits. Beau come, Beau come, good boy. Good boy, yeah. Good. Beau kind of sort of knows a quasi flip and a heel. Again, it's not something easy to teach. It's something that is fun to teach when they want to learn it. Not something that's guaranteed, it's just something that's kind of nice to have. So what you'll do is you'll open your body up to the left like a door, and using your leash to bring them through, and then you'll just close the door when you're sitting in front of us. So we're getting them from sitting in front of us to sitting on our left hand side. So let's go. Good boy. The correction's kind of the same thing, it's just bringing the leash and giving a pop instead of just, the direction based. The more that he does it, the quicker he'll get. It's more of a sport move. A lot of the dogs like flip in really nicely, but that takes months of working it. So it's just something fun. I like to teach them if they'll learn it. So for heel, the command is let's go. He should stay on your left hand side in a nice little box. And if he breaks out of position, so if he gets ahead, we're going to correct back to the side, correct forward, and behind, correct up. Watch when you correct up though to make sure he's not being like, ooh, woe is me, and if he's distracted giving the correction. If he's a little down, just encourage him up. He doesn't usually get down in that. That's not really his deal. Him and Finn are definitely different personalities though. He gets a little ho-hum on occasion. Just ignore it, because that's he just does it. Good boy. Good boy. So then for place, the command is place, and it's a tap to or point at the place cot. All 4 feet need to stay on that cot. He can stand, turn around, lay down, as long as he stays up there. The correction is the quick tug and release back down and onto the cot in a downward fashion to encourage the down, and that's going to apply anytime a foot leaves that cot and hits the floor. So if 1 foot comes off, correction, place. If he can chew his toy as he wants on there, as long as if the toy rolls off, he doesn't chase it. Okay. Place. 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 Okay. For no jumping, the command is off, and the correction, good boy. The correction is going to be a quick, firm tug and release down and away from whoever or whatever he's jumping on. This is definitely a correction. You're not going to take lightly. Like I said, he's a little sensitive, so he doesn't. You don't need to go in and really get after him too hard, but you do need to make an impact. But with the jumping corrections, it can be harder than like the stake correction. If it's you, down to the side, guest coming in the door or the counter, down and away, nice and firm. He's been great with it. He jumped in the beginning a little bit. I tried on the counter one time and I gave him a correction. He hasn't done it since. So I think with him, giving a effective correction distinguishes behaviors pretty quickly. So just be consistent with him and be clear, and I think he'll do great with them. So good boy. Okay.